The Special Investigations Division is responsible for investigating any administrative code violations, criminal code violations, as well as the policy violations. Our objective is really to develop as much information as possible, infiltrate narcotics networks, violent networks, and ultimately suppress the activity. So we partner with outside agencies because, again, those conspirators on their radar. They're more familiar with that environment, they know who's who, whereas in the Department of Corrections, we're familiar with the conspirators within our jurisdiction. What we find is that in working with the public and in working with outside agencies, we're constantly moving this intelligence, we're constantly disrupting these networks, and we're removing bad actors from both the public and the prisons. Particularly with narcotics, they're not developed in the facilities, they're not manufactured there, they come from the outside. So they're hard to detect. Clear substances can be saturated into paper, and paper comes in a variety of ways. Our department collectively is focused on the mail delivery system. So in focusing on paper mail, we utilize a vendor who copies originals and then sends in the copies. But not all mail comes in this way. So SID still has to use technology to process the mail. When anomalies are detected, we test it. If an illicit substance is identified, we investigate it. And the objective is to determine the source and hold that source accountable. Ultimately, our work leads to accountability. And holding people accountable is really what deters efforts from others to continue in these practices. While it's always going to occur, there are going to be less and less who will risk being incarcerated for some of these crimes, or losing their jobs, or losing their pensions, but ultimately losing their freedom. And I think as long as we hold people accountable, we continue to create that deterrence, and that continues to keep the public safe.